Sometimes this may place the person in a difficult or dangerous position, as one of the parties involved in a quarrel may be either violent or dangerous, thus risking our lives. If it's not something that God has instructed us to intervene, then we must be very careful that we do not fall into the trap of the enemy that can create a difficult situation for us. If the quarrel is something that has turned aggressive, the best thing to do is to report to the proper authorities. God wants us to be alert and use discernment to make a safe choice. This verse can also be applied to not only in real-time life quarrel, but also to the social media conflicts that often turns us in a frenzy. Some argument does not need a validation or response and do not require our 2 cents intervention. God is calling us to be wise. After all, people will do and say whatever they want. Whatever negative remarks, comment, or hate comes out of their mouth reflects on who they are as a person. And like the Proverbs verse state, they are busybody causing ruckus without validation. We all sometimes want to help by defending others, where they are matter that we must leave on its own to be resolved and not require our interventions. The next word, adding fire to a fire that has ceased. Another note, verse 21 to 21st also goes in hand with the prior verse. Where there is no wood, the fire goes out, and where there is no talebearer, strife ceases. As charcoal is to burning coals and wood to fire, so is a contention meant to kindle strife. It applied to a contentious woman as well. This verse can be related to the following description below. We know that fire does not burn without fuel, right? Thus, a quarrel, fight, or disagreement also will not burn if there's no strife or chaos added to it. I'm pretty sure that we all have experienced or seen at one point or another what I'm going to refer to as a Tasmanian devil. And for 2 reasons. One, they're like a wildfire domino effect that comes like a wild tornado causing chaos, strife, and dissension. This is not directed to anyone. This is just an example that I'm using. Thus leaving major aftermath of damage due to the storm they have caused. The reason I use the analogy of the Tasmanian devil is because they're well known for devouring everything in their sight. They have ravenous appetite so big that they eat boulders, shrubs, trees, and hills. They whirl around like a cyclone, ravaging everything. In the same way is a person who adds fire or wood to situations just to create the chaos which they feed themselves. You see, this type of individuals crave creating chaos just like an addiction. Every situation they create is a new feed of high for them to feed their own ego.